of 8-bit. Welcome to this week's The Bit Between. This week on The Bit Between, I am going to be diving into one of the most ambitious licensed game of the mid-1990s. That game is Hard Trilogy, and I am playing this on the Sega Saturn. Why am I playing this on the Sega Saturn? Many of you may ask, because it is generally considered that the PlayStation version is better. I'll tell you why. There's two reasons. One is because it's a month with the Sega Saturn, so that's the first reason. And two, well, it's because that's the one I've got, so you're just going to have to deal with it. So basically, the nice thing about this game is it's 3 games in one. So we'll try and play through each one just very, very quickly. I've not played this game before, I'll be honest with you, although I have it in my Saturn collection. It's not a game I've actually played all that much. Well, never played it at all, to be honest with you. So the playthrough will probably be quite quick on that basis anyway. Let's talk a little bit about the game then. So, released in 1996, this was a movie adaptation of the 3 Die Hard films that were out by this point. So we've got Die Hard, the original movie, Christmas movie or not, I'll leave that down to your good selves to determine that one. Die Hard 2, Die Harder, and Die Hard with a Vengeance, which is the one that is set in New York. And basically this movie adapts all 3 at once. It bundles together completely different gameplay styles into a single package. And so we get 3 games for the price of one. And surprisingly, it manages to pull it off. It was developed by Probe Entertainment and published by Fox Interactive, and it was a big swing at the time when movie tie-ins were usually rushed. They were often forgettable and quite often a little bit ropey. So as I mentioned before, it's split into 3 distinct modes. So the first is Die Hard, which is a third-person action game set in Nakatomi Plaza, where you explore floors. You can see this in the demo that's playing out at the moment. You rescue hostages, defuse bombs, and take down terrorists. It's surprisingly open for the time, and that is arguably the strongest part of the whole package. The second is Die Hard 2, Die Harder, which switches things up completely and is an on-the-rails shooter. Very arcade-like, very chaotic, and clearly inspired by the sort of light gun games of the era. Although it doesn't use a light gun, it could actually really benefit from it. And the third movie, Die Hard with a Vengeance, is in the game of the same name, and this turns the game into a city-wide driving challenge where you race against the clock, disarm bombs, and cause absolutely crazy 90s style mayhem. I have played the third one, and to be honest with you, I couldn't figure out what was going on, but a lot of people like that one the best. It's quite open world. Now, this game is quite often associated with the PlayStation, as I mentioned before, and for good reason. The PlayStation 1 version is smoother. It does look cleaner. I've played both. I've had a look at both, but I only own this one, so this is the reason why I'm demoing this one. And obviously, as I mentioned before, it's also the month with the Sega Saturn. It generally performs a bit better. The second game, the frame rate is a little bit better on the PlayStation, and it was clearly the lead platform and the version that most people played the most. But the Saturn version isn't botched. It's not some botched afterthought. It has a bit more slowdown and it's a rougher performance in certain busy areas. But especially in the third person sections, as you will see later on. But it is still feature complete. It's fully playable. Absolutely captures the spirit of the game. And in terms of sales, Die Hard Trilogy was a genuine hit. It sold over 1 million copies across platforms, with the PlayStation taking the lion's share, of course, and the Saturn version finding a smaller but dedicated audience, which is also good too. I'm just scrolling around the different bits and getting the demo, and then brings me back to this screen here. So we'll play one in a second. I'll just run the demo up for Vengeance as well. Okay, so well, I probably didn't need to do that actually, because we're gonna dive into the gameplay in a moment anyway. So today I'm gonna take a good close look at Die Hard Trilogy and look at how it holds up on Sega's most misunderstood of machines, and we will go from there. Yeah, I'm going to play each game for a few minutes, 5 minutes, just to give you a feel, and then obviously you can decide yourself whether it's something that you feel like you want to have a go with. So let's come back out to the main screen. Right, so let's just wait for that to load up. So we're going to start with number 1, of course, the original Die Hard movie set in the Nakatomi Plaza. And we're just going to play this for about 5 minutes, and then we'll have a look at the second one after that. Okay, let's get this going. It takes a few moments. So we've seen this bit already. So let's go for new game. And I can imagine back in the mid-90s this would have been pretty cool. I mean, Die Hard then was only sort of, what was this game, would have been 96, so it would have only been 6 or 7 years prior to this. So it wasn't like it was a really old movie at this point or anything else like that. Okay, here we go. So I don't remember the controls here. Alright, so there's hostages down here. You can see on my little mini-map on the bottom side there that I've got... I can get shot lots of times, apparently. I haven't worked out how to do the cover, but yeah, the little red dots are obviously the enemies. Yeah, John McClane's can get shot lots of times, but the enemies can only be shot a couple of times. It's an interesting aiming mechanic, but it's quite forgiving, so it's not too bad. I'm assuming I can take cover as well, but I'm being a bit pants about it here. I think it's L1 to reload my gun. Alright, let's click this here. What is that? Some kind of weapon of some description. Lots of screaming. One difference you'll notice with the PlayStation, things like the transparency on things like glass and stuff like that is definitely better on the original PlayStation. The draw distance is a little bit better. It's a little bit sharper as well, but not so as it, you know, not noticeably so. I think if you played the two games, unless you put them actually side by side, I don't think you'd notice a huge amount of difference, to be honest. Having seen the PlayStation version, yeah, some aspects are better on here. I think the explosions maybe looked a little bit better, but much for muchness. I think the PlayStation version is generally a little bit sharper, a little bit smoother. Frame rate feels a little bit better. Now I'm just going to go and... Oh, hello. I don't know where my health bar is. I haven't quite figured that bit out. Oh, there's a load of guys here. Oh, give up, I'm surrounded apparently. Oh, there he is. Right, okay, now these blue ones here, I probably want to just go and rescue these. I think you just got to walk up to the hostages and then they become freed. Get the hell out of here! Get the hell out of here! Okay, that's 2. Right, where's... Are they the ones I've just rescued that are running around there? Yes, I think they are. So be careful not to shoot them now. I nearly shot them then. I thought they were bad guys. Okay. Well, they're not too smart, though. Oh, hello. Right, they go in. Yeah, I'm working on it. Get the hell out of here. What's that now? That box is spinning around, which suggests...
No turkey? It's Christmas.
Oh, I've got a hot dog. I don't know why that's important. Okay. Right, some more dudes down here. I do love this movie. Always the debate that comes up every single Christmas. Is this a Christmas movie? Is this a real... Is this a not Christmas movie? I can watch this film anytime. I don't care what anybody says. But, you know, it's set at Christmas time. It's kind of fun. Right, here we go. Who's this dude here? Aha. Am I? By who? Or what? Right, now what do I do? Okay, so I think hopefully you get the general idea of this. We're probably just going to... Ah, right, okay, there's a couple of guys down here, so let's go get these two here. We'll play for another minute or two. Got one in there. And now I think at some point they're going to set a bomb off, and then I've got to get out of here. I assume that you go back up into the building. Let's go around here. Controls are pretty straightforward. It's not too bad to control. When I first played it, it took me a couple of moments just to get the hang of everything. But pretty much got the hang of it pretty quickly after that. Right, now.
Stay with me.
Okay, now what? Oh, how do I get in here? He says the controls are fine. There we go. We did it. There you go. So that is the Die Hard one, and I think it just continues pretty much more of the same. Quite easy to control, pretty straightforward, and yeah, that's the first of the 3 games. And it's kind of cool that you get kind of 3 whole games in this. Really, I'm assuming we've got to work our way up through the tower and continue to rescue hostages and that kind of thing. Here we are in the reception area now. So let's not let's oh, I'm not gonna last very long here. We're doing that, am I? It's quite addictive, actually. I'll be honest with you. Is that bad? I suppose it's a little bit on the gratuitous side. There we go. Right, McLean did well, apparently. He got to reception. So I quite like the way you pick your name in this. So let's go around here. Let's pick my name. Well, it's not my name. Let's just pick. There's no numbers, so it'll be P-O... P-O-B... B. There we go.
Yippee-ki-yay!
This is the sort of Operation Wolf / sort of shooter thing that you get. I'm trying to think of the name of the game now. Oh, it's gone out of my head. But there's those sort of shooting games that you get. Basically, we're going to move around. Okay, let's go new game. All right, here we go. So similar controls. This time I'm moving around a little crosshair there. Time Crisis, that was the game I was trying to think of. Very sort of Time Crisis feel to it. It would have been quite good with a light gun, I think. But yes, alas, I have to use the cursor, and it is a little bit janky. This probably, yeah, this is definitely. I definitely prefer this less. I like this less than the first one. I've already got a shot there. Okay, there we go. Then we're moving around. So it's quite slow to react. This would be quite good with a mouse, actually, if you had a mouse. Alright. Again, you get the general idea here. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad, but it is a little bit... Now, when I played this earlier, I died, and I didn't really understand why. So I can't get very far in this, because I can't... A lot of the time, I can't quite figure out what the hell's going on. Oh. Oh, I shot a person. Oh, let's do that.
Take cover! Not me!
Okay. Oh, sorry. Sorry, hopefully just a flesh wound. It's very hard to not... Just, why would you stand in the way? It's not helpful. Oh dear. I don't know what does that mean. Ah, right. So yeah, I'm not controlling the movement here. The screen is controlling the movement, and I think I've already died. I did. I did. Oh well, there you go. That's the second one. So that's Die Harder. I did die quite hard in that. Yeah, I'm pretty hopeless of that. I played this earlier, and this will make you laugh. I got a little bit further in that one than I did the first couple of times I actually played it. But trust me, I didn't get very far at all. Okay, yippee-ki-yay, choose your villains. Alright, actually, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to press start, because then it just says McLean. Alright, so this one is, and I couldn't get the hang of this. I like it, but I couldn't work out what was going on. So basically, I'm going to be in a cab, and straight from Die Hard with a Vengeance. So it's going to be me and the Samuel L. Jackson character. Zeus, I believe. I think his name was. So we got to drive through New York, and we got to stop a bomb. I think is the general feeling. And we've got a timer that's running out on the bottom left there, and there's time tokens and bombs and things that we can pick up as we go around. I don't know. I don't recall whether there's a way of changing the view. I kind of wish there was, but I'm sure I had it in a different view when I played this earlier. I'm trying to avoid running people over. Oh my days. Everything's going to blow up in a minute. I haven't seen... This is the thing. Yeah, see, everything's blown up, and that's kind of game over. And I'm completely confused by this. Because when I had a look at... When I had played this, I couldn't figure it out. And then when I had a look at other people playing it online, and there was loads of things to pick up. You know, like tokens and bomb diffusals and things like that. So I don't really know where those things are, and I haven't seen any. So unless there's a problem... That's the first thing I've seen. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. I don't know if that's what I was actually supposed to do. That's the first thing I've actually seen to pick up. I was going to say, as I often do these videos, I do play them on an emulator for recording purposes. Yeah, I don't know whether that means it is slightly different. I haven't actually played, I'll be honest with you, whilst I have this on disc, I really shouldn't be running these people over. I haven't actually played it on the Saturn itself. Well, I have a faulty disc, so it doesn't work very well, and so I've not been able to play this particular version without playing it actually on the emulator. I'm going to get blown up again. See, I feel like I should be seeing things all over the place, but I'm not. But I'll tell you what I do like about this is the fact that it feels quite open world. You can kind of drive around anywhere. It's got that sort of driver feel to it. Now, hang on. What was that? Time. What does that mean? I have no idea what's going on. It's absolute chaos. The controls are okay. It's a little bit sketchy. Obviously, the draw distance and the clarity on the graphics isn't great. I mean, I played Driver, and I think that's probably better, I would say. Graphically, this is a little bit weak. I think that is a little bit partly down to the Saturn. I've seen on the PlayStation, it looks a little better, I would say. And I think that helps with the gameplay. I don't know where I'm going. I haven't seen... This is so confusing. I have no idea what's going on here. Oh, it's game over. It's game over. Yeah, so unfortunately, New York's been blown up due to my incompetence, or in some cases total lack of understanding of what the heck's going on. Right, pick your pedestrians. That seems... I don't know how I feel about that. I'm just going to press start and just pretend that I ignored that there. Right, there we go then. So that is the Die Hard with a Vengeance. So that's the car driving one where you got to drive around and figure stuff out. So yes, that is it. That's the Die Hard game. Well, what do I think of it? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I think I like the first one best. I think I like the Die Hard one where you're walking around, you know, you start in the garage there. That sort of made the most sense to me. I think that was the one that felt quite intuitive and made a little bit more sense. I like the Die Hard with a Vengeance one. I just wish I could figure out what was going on. I think I'd probably enjoy it a little bit more if it made sense. So I'm assuming that there's something that I'm missing or something that I'm not doing that means that I've not quite grasped what's happening, because it just seems to be game over very, very quickly. They do seem to be, with the exception of the first one, the second two seem more arcade based. So you sort of, you know, that I get the impression they're pretty short games anyway, which is fine. And you can just kind of go and play those and enjoy those for a few minutes at a time. But yeah, you can see here, look, on the demo they're picking stuff up straight away, whereas I just wasn't finding anything. So maybe once you play this a little bit more, you get to know where things are and you get to know where the pickups are, and yeah, I guess you save the city. I don't know. But there you go. So what do I think of it? Well, I'm going to rate this just purely on the experience of playing this on the Saturn. So I'm just going to rate this the Saturn version. Maybe one day we'll come back and play the PlayStation version and give that a separate ranking. But I believe the two games, well, I know they are because I've seen them, that the PlayStation version is definitely the superior version. But I'm not going to score that because I haven't played that today. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. It is really good, and I like it. It's good. I say not really good, otherwise I'd give it more, right? But I think it's deserving of a 3. I think the problem, there's a few issues with it. I think from a modern standpoint, I think it hasn't aged too well. The games are a little confusing. I think the last two, especially the middle one, it's just not all that playable. It just doesn't fit, you know, like you trying to move the controls around, trying to move the crosshairs around with the D-pad is problematic, and it's quite slow. And so, you know, I think unless you play the game a lot and you get to know where the characters are, where the villains are, and you're going to move the cursor around, I think you're going to struggle with that. And I don't know if I'd have the patience to stick with it to kind of learn all of that. I think I'd get a bit fed up with it. So from that point of view, I think it's just not aged too well. What I do like about it, I like the idea of it. I like how it sort of relates to the film. I like the dialogue in it. I think that's really fun. And I think as well at the time, you know, if you look at it through sort of mid-90s eyes, Die Hard with a Vengeance would have not long been out in the cinema when this game came out. So it'd have been cool to have the crossover. It definitely has that Die Hard vibe about it, which is really, really cool. And you get 3 games. You get 3 games for the price of 1, which is really, really cool as well. So all in all, it's good. I wouldn't say it's amazing. I suspect that if I'd played the PlayStation version, I would have scored it a little higher. It just is a little bit more playable and it's a bit slicker than the Saturn version. But this is good. And I think if you're a Die Hard fan, or if you're a Saturn fan, definitely worth going and having a look and making your own decision and getting your own thoughts on this as well. So there we go. That is the Die Hard trilogy, and that is it for this week's Bit Between. Coming up on the channel on Friday, we will be talking about the new Quickshot 2, which has just come out. So it came out a couple of weeks ago. Long story, I'll let Friday me tell you the woeful story of Amazon delivery and how it took longer to get to me and then was quicker, and I'll let me tell you about it on Friday. But I basically will just be having a look at the new joystick that's come out. It is really, really cool. I've been super excited about getting it. I ordered it quite a while ago. And I'm going to be playing on the C64 Mini and on the Amiga 500 Mini with it as well, and just letting you know what that's like and how much of a difference that's making to the games on there with a Quickshot joystick from early 1980s. Can you believe that? It was come out in the early 1980s, the Quickshot. It just, I can't believe it's been that long. But it is a great device, and a lot of the games obviously designed for it at the time. So join me on Friday and I will tell you all about it, and it'll be an unboxing in there as well, and we'll boot up some games and I'll tell you what it's like to play with that. And then obviously we will continue with our month with the Sega Saturn, and I am going to be doing a piece also soon about the arcade racers, most specifically Sega Rally and Daytona. So I've got an idea for that, so that will be Friday the week after. And at some point between now and then there will also be a PS1 Racer Challenge, which I need to record and get that done before I run out of time, as I'm always leaving it to the last minute. So that's the PS1 Racer Challenge for Red Steve, so I'll be doing that as well. So quite a few things coming up on the channel. Hope you've enjoyed what's been going on just recently. I did Jetpack on Monday in the Monday Minute, so if you enjoy the old ZX Spectrum 48 game Jetpack, go check that out. It's only 60 seconds of your life, but hopefully it gives you a little shot in the arm of nostalgia looking at that as well. So there we go. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed these videos, please do hit that like and subscribe button, and turn on notifications so that you know when I've got videos coming out. They do come out Monday, Wednesday and Friday at 6 PM UK time. Yeah, please do hit that like and subscribe button if you're that way inclined. Other than that, just leaves me to say thanks ever so much for watching. Please do all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.